So, so the subject today is the new age, the rise of the indigos. Indigo, as we all know, is a color, and I think everybody knows what it signifies, right? Indigo is the color of the third eye chakra. And today it's going to be a very interesting session because I don't know how many of you know about crystal children, rainbow children, indigo children, and what it really means to the world today. So you notice I've written a year there, 1958 to 2036. मैंने वो साल लिखा हुआ if you can read it. So everybody's talking about the new age, the new age. काफी सालों से हम ये सुनते आ रहे हैं, right? That some change, some manifestation is going to happen, the world is going to change, something positive is going to happen. What exactly do you mean by this and why these years are mentioned? So, the indigo children and the research into indigo children um, was actually done by the parapsychologist Nancy Tepe, and she was a woman of extraordinary talent. She devised a system called chorology, so it's basically to do with colors. And what she did was she studied the personalities of people in the 1960s and 70s and the aura of these people she studied. And she found that many of these so called unique individuals had the aura of the aura that they exuded was actually indigo in color. So she divided people into those who had an indigo color in the aura and those who didn't have an indigo color in the aura. Okay, not that everybody born in from 1958 to 68 would have the indigo color, but so that's how she started studying this, and she was a highly intuitive person, very very intuitive, and she started working to unravel the personalities of these people who she thought or she knew had the indigo color. So, what is the significance of this? So, the color indigo, like I told you, represents the third eye, and it seems to indicate heightened extrasensory perception, so ESP. In the 60s and 70s, a lot of people were talking of ESP, right? Extrasensory perception. So I think that's one of the reasons she even collected that many people and studied them. Um, so she continued to study these aura of people even through 1990s. And she found that those who were born in 60s and 70s and early 90s also had the indigo color, but the range and the brightness varied. So we'll understand why and how that, what does that really mean for us, okay? And along with the color of the aura, she also studied the personality traits. So, she matched the two things together. And this is how she led to writing a book on indigo children. And she tabulated them in such a way that there were 5 types of indigo children. And you may be one of them also. So, how are you going to find out whether you are an indigo child or not? So, I went through a number of online questionnaires, and I've selected this particular questionnaire. So, if you can quickly just open your phones, and what I will do is, if you can't see it, I'm just going to, I'll just click this, okay, and send it on the group. So I'm just going to send this on the group just in case you're not able to see the screen clearly. And I want you all to fill up this questionnaire because that will get you more interested in knowing whether you are one of the Indigo children sent. So quickly go and quickly fill up the questionnaire. It will take about 5-7 minutes to do it.
Ma'am, where is the questionnaire?
I've sent it on the group. The slide has been sent on the group also. The uh, the link is here on the slide. If you can see the link here, HTTP. I can just read it out if you want to just write it down.
Ma'am, you can share the link on this chat also.
Yeah. Okay.
This
How
is the
do I
copy.
share it? So
Ma'am,
just
copy the link and just
copy the link from here
and paste it into the chat.
No, from where do I copy it?
From your slide.
Can I do that? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How can I do that? I can't do it.
Ma'am, I'm sharing it to the group.
Wonderful.
I'm
Yeah, share
sharing it
karo
to the
na
group.
please. Share it on the chat.
Acha chat. Okay.
Man, it'll be easier, na? They can just link on that and go to that. No?
Mama, so Zoom मध्ये chat मध्ये जावा, more मध्ये. Go into more.
Okay. It's shared in the group. I'll try and share it on
Go back to the Zoom.
Zoom.
Okay, koi baat nahi. Even if it's shared on the group, I think people can just click on it and go on the phone. Hai na? Or you want to go on your laptop, you can go there. So the ones who've joined now, this is the link has been put on the Thinking Thursday group. Go on that link and open it and do that particular questionnaire to understand about Indigo children, whether you are one of the Indigo children or not. And as you all finish it and you'll get that score there, I mean, you'll get whether you're an Indigo, Crystal, or Rainbow child, you can put it up on the chat, what has come for you. Okay, just to repeat the ones who've joined a little late, um, the link to the questionnaire that you have to fill has been put on the Thinking Thursday group, or I don't know if it's put on the chat, but it's on the Thinking Thursday. It's also on the chat. Please click on it and complete the quiz. Everyone who's joined a little late. So Prachi, Shruti, the ones who've just joined in, you need to complete this quiz. The link of it is in the Thinking Thursday group and it's also on the chat here.
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing that.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, ma'am. I had joined
Hi.
earlier through the phone. I just got
Okay,
disconnected.
darling. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what to write here about that ghost question? I never have seen that. So how can I write? Because
That's
options.
up to you. That's up to you. I cannot tell you. How can I tell you? That's up to you what you want to write.
Ma,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
showing me the message. I did the assignment. It's showing me the message. You
Yeah.
seem to be a normal person. No, don't be sad. Normal people, you all it's too. You can
Okay.
be normal person and be a very spiritual at the same time. But normal people can be psychic too. So don't be that disappointed. Just try to more curious, try to believe in things you can't see and be sorry.
Wonderful, Sri Lakshmi. The result that has come for you is you're a normal person. You're not indigo, rainbow, or crystal, but obviously you are somebody who's interested in spiritual stuff, and you can
Yeah,
develop psychic ability. So that's a great thing for you, right? Wonderful, Sri Lakshmi. Thank you for sharing. You can put it up on the chat also.
yeah, sure.
Everybody can put up their results on the chat.
Ma'am, mine also came normal.
Yeah, so just put it on the chat. That's fine. It's fine.
I should share full message or just don't be
No.
sad.
Yeah, it's just write whatever the result is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
for
my
me, it's
so
like
so
you're
my dear
totally an
Anju
indigo
and
child.
everybody, we also need people who are normal to run this world. Okay. You will see. You will see as I talk about the indigo, crystal, and rainbow children, the
Mm-hmm.
kind of problems that they face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'll understand how the world really runs. So you'll understand more about everything. Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm glad everybody's doing the quiz because it's very interesting. The quiz itself is very interesting, gives you a lot of insight into yourself. Okay, so has everyone finished? I think we'll give about 2-3 more minutes for everyone to be finished.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, it says I am a crystal child.
Hmm. Yeah. You can put your results up.
For me, this is Parinita.
Hmm.
For me, it is saying you are more likely an indigo child.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Ma'am, for
Yeah.
me, it says you're a normal child.
Who's
Normal,
that?
normal child.
Yeah.
Bhavna.
Yeah. It's good.
Ma'am,
Good.
for
Good. We
me,
need normal
ma'am,
people.
it says likely a crystal child.
Right. 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 Right.
Ma'am, it says indigo child.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
ma'am,
So
it
we.
says likely an indigo child, and I was born in 1984, and it's written that people of indigo child were born in 1984.
That's true. Good. Good. Good.
Ma'am,
So you
I'm
learn more
Crystal,
about
ma'am, and
yourself.
born 1969,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and I do have that ESP that they speak of.
Yeah. 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 So we learn more about what all this means actually, okay, for ourselves also and for the world. So I think
Yes, ma'am.
most people have finished it, hopefully.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, everybody? Everybody has finished. If you
Ma'am, I
want, you
don't
can
have the
just...
link.
Shrija, I've sent it's on the Thinking Thursday group.
It's on the group. It's on the group.
Shrija, the link is on the group.
Ma'am, mine
Yes,
is
Okay,
Richa.
ma'am.
Crystal.
Uh,
Ma'am,
Richa?
mine is Crystal. Crystal child.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, Richa. Okay, I think, should we continue as most of you all finished it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me show you the next. So what we're talking about is people who have extrasensory perception. Mane, those people in the world who seem to be perceiving things differently. Nancy kind of grouped them according to the years when they were born and the aura color also into indigo, rainbow, and crystal children. Now, what does this mean? This means that you mean only after 1958 these people arrived who have it's important that you all mute yourself, right? Or I have to keep muting people. Okay. So the key to understand is that, of course, before 1958, there were people who had extrasensory perception. And there were some great men and women who were born. So the age in which the kind of initiation began is what we need to see. Now look at Mother Teresa. Very interesting this is, okay? Look at Mother Teresa, born in 1910. The significant year for Mother Teresa was when she was 19 years old in 1929. Nelson Mandela, born in 1918, the significant changeable year was 1943 when he was 25 years old. Martin Luther King Jr., significant year 1955 when he was 26 years old. Anne Frank, born in 1929. She was 18 years later that the diary was discovered, so she was really 18 years old. Elvis Presley, 1935. As we know, Elvis was a great singer. First live show is when he was 19 years old. Just look at the ages, which are very significant for us to study. Jagat Guru Kripaluji Maharaj, 1922, is his first spiritual experience at the age of 16. Jaggi Vasudev Sadhguru, 1957. 1982 was his first spiritual experience at the age of 25. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, 1956, first spiritual experience with Sudarshan Kriya when he went on the top of some rock or something like that and had his experience. 1982, he was 26 years old. Baba Ramdev, 1965 born, Diksha at the age of 25. Can you see 18 to 26, max 30 is what they say, is when these people begin to have these experiences. They suddenly have an ESP awakening. You can think of it like that, okay? And most of them, if you look, came to prominence at that age, okay? Close to 50s. I mean, in the year 50s, 49, 50 is when 1950 is when the prominence started happening because the indigos were going to arrive at that moment. So they actually formed a certain baseline, right? If you see the years when they have got awakening, 1982, 1982 again for Jaggi Vasudev. For the others, of course, it was earlier. But the key to understand is that they've all set a parameter, a baseline to understand what ESP is all about. And between the ages of 18 and 35, maximum they say till the age of 30, 30 years. Okay, that means अगर आप एक indigo child है, तो 18 से 30 के बीच में you will experience the spiritual awakening. That's when the awakening begins. Now, as she has divided this whole range of people into 5 different sections, okay? 1958 to 1968, she calls it the Alpha generation. 1968 to 78, she calls it the Beta generation. 78 to 88 is the Gamma generation. 88 to 98 is the Delta generation. And 98 to 2008 is the Omega generation. Now, what does this mean? What do you mean by these various names that she's given? Now, 36 to 58, the names that I showed you, Elvis Presley, Anne Frank, Martin Luther King, they actually formed the baseline of the indigo paradigm. You know, to have any paradigm shift, you have to, something has to start prior to it, right? So they formed a baseline paradigm, and based on that, maybe a lot of changes started happening in the world, okay? You know, it's so interesting to study the various inventions that have taken place from 1936 to 1958. You may be surprised to know that in 1930s, the invention of the Scotch tape, electron microscope, folding wheelchair, stereo sound, road kind of reflectors, all this came in 1934. Nylon came in 1935. The English mathematician Alan Turing created the foundation of computer science in 1936. He proposed the idea that a machine could solve any problems, even if it were given instructions encoded on a paper tape. This led to the Turing machine, which could do calculations in a few seconds. 1937, the blood bank was established in the USA. 1940 got modern, they had the invention of penicillin in 1940. 1942, a secret communication system was invented which helped in World War II. This eventually led to the modern Wi-Fi. Can you imagine the Wi-Fi actually began in 1942? The first flu vaccine was in 1945, microwave 46, polio vaccine in 53, hard drive in 56. The advent of the alpha generation saw the laser technology. And when I was born, 1959, came the modern seat belt. So this is really the baseline, okay? This is how a generation, even before the alpha generation came in, a lot of indigos were already creating this amazing work that was happening. Now let's look at the 58 to 68 generation. Like me, even Varsha ji is 59 born. So we belong to the alpha generation. So are we indigos? Are we crystals? Are we rainbow? Well, if you look at the stuff that is written here about the alpha generation, they were the first to appear, okay? And their awakening, that means you're born in 58 or 59 or 60, 62, 63, whatever, that's your birth year, okay? But when does the awakening set in? For these people, the awakening actually began between 30 to 40 years, when they kind of grasped what they wanted to do, okay? Or what was their calling? Their calling came in because, you know, they had just come in, right? The indigo generation was just coming in. So if you are born, or if you are an indigo, crystal or rainbow, born in 58 or 50 or to 68, then your calling could have happened late, 30 to 40 years, that would have been the time period when something would have changed inside you. You may have realized you are different much earlier than that. But the period of spiritual awakening came later. Like I showed you the dates of Jaggi Vasudev and Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and everybody. They were born at a particular time, but their awakening came later, okay, from 18 to 26 years. Similarly, for the Alpha generation, that's where the awakening came in. Now, most of these indigos got married. 58 to 68 का जो alpha kind of generation है, most of them got married. Not that they were single. If you look at the other, like the omega ones, you will find a lot of people who are unmarried in that generation. But for the 58 to 68 generation, most of them got married. And today, when they're much older, they all could be living a life of prosperity and plenty. Okay, that's really what the research shows us. And they could have felt early in life that they don't belong. Don't belong injunction could have been there. But their aura, the Alpha generation's aura, was very powerful because they'd just come in with the aura. It was very powerful and they had a ability to ground themselves, okay? So they were protected from these psychic attacks. If you look at the other generations, like the Gamma generations, they're not protected by the psychic attacks. But the Alpha generation, because it came in with that baseline work, maybe done prior to this, they were protected from any of these psychic attacks that you call, okay? They were able to ground themselves easily, balance their spiritual leanings and their life as a householder. So most of them, like I said, would have been married. And most of these Alpha generation worked in the field of humanities and social change. So if you are born between this year, people here in this group, we have got, my God, we've got 99 people today. Full house hai aaj. So we definitely must be having a lot of people who are born between this age bracket. If this agrees with you, you know, if you feel, and even the quiz that you have taken, then you know that your path is to balance the life of at home and the life as a spiritual seeker. You need to balance yourself out. And you would be interested in creating social change. You want to create some change. You want to be a helper. You know, you want to take care of people. You want to be a caretaker or a teacher. These are the archetypal roles that most people would like to do. And they have a strong value system. The Alpha generation indigos have a strong value system. So we won't call them crystal or rainbow. Generally, the crystal and rainbow word came a little later because of the aura change, okay? But most of them are called by the name indigo, right? So if you look at, let's say, the Beatles, the rock group Beatles, even they are also the Alpha indigos, and most of them went into spirituality in their 40s. So another very interesting part of the Alpha people is, the Alpha indigo, is that they generally look much younger than their age. So they don't age as much as maybe the others would, and they're quite passionate about their work. So anybody here who's an indigo and born in this, or indigo, crystal, rainbow, whatever, but born in this, anyone here in our group? Shrija, you're born in 68? Shrija, you're not born in 68. I'm talking about the ones born from 58 to 68, 70. Anybody here? Varsha ji should be there.
Ma'am.
Yeah,
Ina is
ma'am.
there.
Ma'am, 1968.
69.
Yeah, so just a little later. Yeah.
Ma'am, I am indigo. I am indigo child,
Yes.
but I am
Swati.
born in 72.
Yeah. So you'll be in the next group, Swati. You will be in the next group. You don't belong to the Alpha group. Okay. So
Ma'am,
let's
I'm
look at
1968 and indigo child.
lovely, very nice.
Ma'am,
So
ma'am.
whatever I have said, does it sound similar to, or
Yes,
can it
ma'am.
identify you
Look at
as?
me.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now let's look at the next generation, the beta generation, which
Ma'am,
is
what about
68 to
52?
78.
Ma'am, what
Um,
about 52?
so 52, Nancy did not study people born in 52, but the key is that if you are an indigo child born in 52, then you definitely laid the baseline, you know, because she didn't study those born in 52. She started to study from 58 to 68 because that's when the aura kind of changed of people. All right, she didn't study people before 58, so I cannot tell you much about 52 bonds. But the key is that if you have an indigo, I mean, if you have done the quiz and you seem to be an indigo, then obviously you seem to be somebody who came in a little earlier and initiated the baseline. All right, so that's what I tell you. So let's look at the
Ma'am, it
beta
is on.
generation. Yeah, go on.
I'm asking, it is only for the people who are indigo and people who are normal, it is not for them,
No,
or for
no.
the people who are born?
No, it's not for people who are, so there are people who are not indigo. Obviously, everybody born between 58 and 68 or till 2008 cannot be an indigo, right? So there are some people, some groups of people who are born who will fall under that category. And those who are normal are definitely not going to have these kind of experiences, which are strong experiences, strong spiritual experiences. They are interested in spirituality, definitely. They are spiritual seekers. They can develop psychic abilities, definitely, but their aura would not be this color. That's what it's meant. All right. So you may have spiritual leanings, but your aura would not fall under the indigo bracket. Now let's look at people born between 68 and 78. There are a few people here, many I think here. They're called the beta generation of indigo children. They are kind of, they may suffer from psychological disturbances. Now, why is this so? Because um, 68 to 78 was a time in the world where the generation, where the kind of energies in the world were a little scattered. Okay, we had the hippies that were there during this period, and many brilliant minds at that time. You know, they left their homes and they got into these organized religious groups and cults. So the kind of energy that was around at that time was possibly creating a lot of disturbance in the minds of the indigos that had just come in 68 to 70. They were just born. Somebody born in 68 was maybe 9, 10 years old, you know, when this whole generation came in and the energies were shifting of the world. So these indigo children who were born at this time could face certain difficulties. They could have certain psychological problems and they could feel less protected. The feeling of not belonging could be stronger in them. Okay. And they kind of dissociated from their families. These people born at this in this period could feel when they were 18, 20, 22, 25, a little dissociated from their family. And they could want to run away from home or, you know, be, uh, be a little introverted in school and college, not have too many friends, feel a little left out. These kind of things could have happened to the indigo children born during this period. I've met a lot of indigo children born during this period who feel misunderstood. You know, they feel that others don't get what they say and they're unable to understand. They feel that their parents don't understand the way they think because most of these indigos born during this period thought very differently. The 58 to 68 generation kind of settled in, but the 68 to 78 generation somehow could not settle in when they even grew a little older. You know, they felt that they were not able to get into the normal ways of functioning. So many of them report feeling a little lost, and I know a couple of them very well actually, who were born during this period, who eventually entered kind of religious movements, the Hare Krishna movements and places like that. They just left their homes and they entered these movements because they felt that they were unable to adjust to normal living. So beta generation wasn't as settled as the alpha ones were. Anyone here in this group?
Yes, ma'am. Me.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
And whatever I
Yes,
said,
ma'am.
do you feel it fits what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, absolutely, ma, absolutely.
Fits very well,
Absolutely,
ma'am.
every word is true.
Me too,
Um,
ma'am. I'm so surprised how the word to word is correct, as if you
Yeah.
were describing me only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Though
here,
I'm not
same here,
indigo,
ma'am.
everything goes with me, ma.
Yeah, so let's go to 78 to 88. Okay, this is another very important period for the indigo generation. It's called the Gamma generation. Okay, and these children were born to their beta siblings. So when so they say that the beta generation, when they grew up, kind of, could have some children born to them who were from the Gamma um, generation. And this generation faced minimum problems. This generation may have faced minimum problems because they already were born. If an indigo in the Gamma was born to an indigo of alpha or beta when they grew up, right? What happened was that they could comprehend their children better. They could understand their kids better. They motivated them to uh, take the career path that the child wanted, right? So they could understand the difference. They could celebrate the differences. So that was very important for the Gamma generation. And so most of them did not face that much of problem. So those people who were born between 78 and 88, indigos I'm talking about, they kind of learned to live better. They were better adjusted than than the beta ones, okay? They were more sensitive. They were very forgiving. This is one of the qualities that this generation has, okay? The Gamma generation indigos. They're very forgiving, they're sensitive, and it's not that they're weak, okay? But they kind of resolve things and they work on it. They have long lasting relationships. They have great love for music. One of the qualities of indigos born in this period is their great love for music and a very calming presence. They had a very calming presence when you meet them, when you talk to them. They're very good at meditation. This generation is very good at meditation. And they are able to live stress free lives. They have that particular ability to live stress free lives. They say that the 78 to 88 generation kind of spoke a little late. So if anybody here is in this particular, in indigo and in this generation, you may speak a little late. And they are very good with anything to do with energy work. So 78 to 88 born indigos should do a lot of energy work. It helps them. And they'll be very good at it also. Okay. Another quality that this generation had is they had a strong ability to see people who've passed away. They could see spirits. This was an ability that 78 to 88 indigo people have. Okay. So we are now not children, right? We are basically adults. So you have indigo children and you have indigo adults. So if you look at yourself when you grew a little older, 16, 17, 18, that, and then, moving on to 25 or much younger, you could have had these abilities. These are children who live from the heart. They live from the heart. They tend to forgive very easily. And one of the qualities that the Gamma generation had is that they had hobbies very different than their peers. You know, they couldn't enjoy the same hobbies that their peers had. So they became kind of a little introverted, you know, not that much, but a little introverted. Now, these are the children who were called crystal children, though you would have had crystal, right? So these were called crystal children. Their auras were translucent. Okay, they had auras which were basically translucent, different ideas than the others in their classrooms, and loners. They kind of became loners, and they either learned to adjust or they would just give up. So this was a generation where a lot of crystal indigos, when they felt that they were misunderstood, they could have gone into substance abuse. Okay, so this is because they're sensitive, they're working from their heart center, and if nobody understands them, then they tend to give up also. They require patient hearing. They require people to listen to them. It's very important. And they will generally find a person like a beta friend, somebody older. So this generation generally like people, their friends who were a little older than them, because they felt they could understand them better. Okay. And well, people born in 78 to 88, if they had an alpha parent, it was the best thing for them. So you could give this to your child and find out if your child was born between 78 and 88 and you were born between 58 to 68 or 57 to 68, then you could be an alpha parent to your Gamma child. Okay? And then, of course, things would be much better. These children born from 78 to 88 would have a spiritual awakening in 2006 to 2016. Okay? So now you know 18 to 30, right? That's your period, that much time it takes for the awakening to take place. So with these children, the awakening would have come from 2006 to 2016. That's the period of their awakening. Okay? Anyone here who identifies with...
Yes, ma'am. Me.
A lot of it, ma'am.
A lot of it, yeah.
Ma'am, that's my son.
Yeah.
What you said, he falls in that category.
So we'll talk a little bit about how to manage indigo children. All right, but first let's just go through this to understand ourselves better. And then
That'll be really nice. That'll be really nice.
Yeah. So now we go to the Delta generation, 1988 to 1998. A lot of the children that fall under the Delta group are very, very interesting. They are highly spiritual, very intuitive, loving, empathetic, and they kind of live with a purpose. They are very purposeful, okay? And most important with this group is they are unwilling to compromise. So it's very difficult to get this generation to compromise, adjust. Karlo, Q, they'll ask this question, Q. So the Delta generation is the Y generation. They are highly intelligent. They may not get high grades in school, okay? But they are wiser beyond their age. A lot of children, now a lot of people ask me, are these children having attention deficit disorder or, ADHD or something? So if I go back to the work of Nancy Tape, then she says no. Indigo has nothing to do with children having attention deficit disorder. That's a completely different psychological group, is what she says, okay? But in my work, I found that a lot of children who have a slight attention deficit fall under this bracket. And if they are not guided correctly, then of course, they will be lost. But if they are guided correctly and their potential is honed, they find the right career path, the right mentors, the right masters. These people require that, the Delta generation. They require inspiration. They require to be inspired. So if you have a child who's born in this bracket, right, the child would be maybe between um, 20, 25, 26, 27. That's the age bracket the child would be today, right? So they are the ones who um, require help. They require mentoring. They need, um, like, you as a parent, you need to sit with them, talk to them. Don't make them feel they are wrong, because they're not wrong. They just have a different way of looking at things, okay? So it's very, very important for you to focus on these things with them, okay? And one thing very interesting about them is that they don't like crowds. They don't like crowds. This is something very interesting. A lot of the Delta generation children during the pandemic are very happy because they don't have to go out to work. They don't have to push and pull and go by trains and buses to work. They are happy working from home. It's very typical of this particular generation. The other thing that I've seen is that, yeah, the other interesting part of the Delta generation is that they are a little, they daydream more than the others. They tend to daydream a lot, and they want to try everything, all substances like smoking, alcohol. You stop them, they will definitely go and do it at the sly. So this is the most difficult generation to work with, because they are empathetic, they are spiritual, but they're also very material. They want to experience everything. Shopaholics. This generation is extremely shopaholic. They like to buy things. They have this belief that I have money and it's going to come to me. And money does come to them when they need it. So this, I found one of the most difficult generation to deal with. Okay, so it's a very interesting generation. Of course, their awakening will be in 2026. That's the period of their awakening that's going to take place. Okay, so they'll come into their force only by 2026. So that will happen to most of the Delta generation. Anybody here from the Delta generation?
It's me. It's connect very well. 1989.
Ma'am, me. Yes, ma'am, me also.
Right.
Ma'am, Urva is.
Urva is, yeah, I'm sure she is, yeah. She will
And she is
connect to
exactly
this.
the same.
She will connect to this very well, yeah.
Ma'am, my kids, both of them.
And you are having a tough time.
Seriously, ma'am. Totally.
Seriously, yeah. Yeah.
Ma,
But
I
you
am
have
feeling
to,
that you are reading my horoscope.
I'm reading your horoscope, yeah. So yeah, so let's look at, and then we look at how to deal with them. Then 1998 to 2008, this is what we call the Omega generation. Okay, and this is the last group of pure indigo children. I'm sure there are indigo children born even after that, but the aura will be different for them. These are the children who Nancy called rainbow kids, and they bring a lot of joy and a lot of harmony. The ability that they have is to read people's minds. They will be able to tell you exactly what you are thinking. They are very fearless. Most of them are very, very fearless, and they can withstand a lot of hardships. And they're very telepathic. This particular generation is extremely telepathic. And their spiritual awakening will happen 2026 to 2036, to 2036. That's the period of their spiritual awakening. The heightened awakening will happen close to 2036. And this generation, one of the early signs of having a child who is rainbow would be stubbornness, rebelliousness, inability to follow rules. They can't follow rules, these children. If you lay rules, they will not be able to follow it. This generation is attracted to the virtual media and they can process information very quickly. It took us a lot of time to teach the children virtually in our schools. But the children born in this age bracket quickly took to it. And they were able to understand things very well. Instead, they were actually chatting. They would block the teacher. They would mute the teacher. They would do all kinds of things in the school setup. So they are the internet generation. And pencil, pen, chalk, they don't like all this. They want to type. They want to scroll. So this is the generation that is the Omega kids, and highly spiritual children, but very stubborn children. So very difficult to deal with these kids, okay? So spiritual children or the indigo children does not mean you're only spiritual. You have a lot of other problems associated with spiritual living, because you are born, or you are in a family, or you are in a school, or you are in a college, or you're going to a tuition class where others are not in the indigo bracket. So they cannot understand you. So when you cannot understand, when you are with people who cannot understand you, obviously you will go through trouble. You're not able to communicate your ideas to them. They can't understand your ideas at all, right? You are lucky if you're born in a family where at least one parent belongs to this generation of indigos, right? Because then it becomes easier for the child. But if not, then definitely it would be an uphill task for you. Now let's look at the traits of children, okay? So I mentioned some of the traits here for you to understand. One is that they have the ability to perceive spirits, and alternate reality is home to many. Many of them are attracted to the Gaia, the Inca civilization, angels, Mayan, all these things. They're sensitive to the energy field of the environment. And if you look at the rise of professions in the last, let's say, 30 years, you will see that there are professions like landscape designing, window dressing, which were never there before, right? Because they attract this generation. Those people who would be going for such professions would be actually these children, okay, indigos, because they're attracted to something which is completely different. They're non-conforming. It's important to understand they will not conform. So if you have an indigo child, or an indigo husband, or an indigo sister, or an indigo friend, okay, just understand them, that they will be attracted to something which is different. Don't put them down. Don't say, ye kya cheez hai? How the hell are you going to earn money if you do something like this? Because they will earn money. Because they are special in that way, okay? They're non-conforming. They won't conform to that normal standards, okay? And they have this huge desire to change the world. And they will say that, "Main kuch to karunga." I will do something for the larger good of people. They want to be better. They push themselves to get better. But if you don't support them, they get frustrated. If you keep talking about हमारे घर में तो ऐसा नहीं होता, हमारी वैल्यू सिस्टम ऐसी नहीं है, तुमने ऐसे कपड़े क्यों पहने, तुमने ये क्यों किया, वो क्यों किया, it is very difficult for them to understand this. Because they say, so what? Why am I known by my clothes? Why am I known by my career? I'm not you, so let me just be who I am. This is how they will argue with you, okay? And like I said, they feel misunderstood. They become rude, rebellious. They are unsupportive at times. But in times of crisis, these indigo children will stand up. This is very important to understand. It's very beautiful, that they are stubborn, they are rude, they won't listen to you otherwise, okay? But if there is crisis in the family, if somebody falls sick, or somebody says let's go and help out here, they'll be the first ones to go and help because they're naturally attracted to social change. They're empaths basically. Okay. And one of the qualities of indigos is that if you have an indigo child at home, the child will be in her room or his room, shut the door, sit there, listen to music, put loud music or soft music or whatever. If you enter the room, they're nice kids, they're good kids, but if you enter their room and disturb them, they'll shoo you away. They'll shout at you. Why? What is it, Mama? Why do you want to come? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing? They'll start this. It's not that they're insulting you, that they're rude to you, right? They value privacy. That's one thing that indigos do. They value privacy. They like time to themselves. So if you have a spouse who's not an indigo, and maybe you're an indigo, then the spouse will say, "Kya, what are you doing? Whole day you've been doing this only. What are you doing? What is this nonsense you're doing?" Because they can't understand, right? So you will have to understand them and let them know that, it's okay. I mean, I can give you some time, but I need some time on my own also. So this is very important, okay? Most indigos prefer to live and let live, especially the last kind of generation. They like to just, okay, you do your bit and let me do my bit, okay? So most indigos, apart from the alpha, the first generation that came in, most of them did have relationship issues. They have issues with intimacy, with relationships, because they ask a lot of questions. They exhaust the opposite person. So if the opposite person is normal, not belonging to this particular indigo group, they can't understand, what is it? They'll say, kya ho raha hai? They don't like gossiping. They don't like general nonsense talk. So groups, like kitty groups will not attract them. Ye kya hai? Waste of time, right? So they want to seek spiritual groups. They want to come into groups where something different is being spoken about, or they can talk about something different. That's very interesting for them. And there's a strong sense of purpose. Most indigos have a strong sense of purpose. They just require mentoring. Most of them require a lot of mentoring. Apart from that, they're okay. They express their emotions. Sometimes, they're so authentic. Indigos are very authentic that others will feel कि तूने ऐसे ही बोल दिया, अरे सोच के बोलना था ना, how you just said it like this? But indigos don't care too much about what others may think. Okay, they'd like to express their emotions quite easily. They have a unique sense of wisdom. एक अलग सी wisdom होती है उन लोगों में. Okay, and if they are allowed to speak, you will notice their brilliant minds. So I want to appeal to those parents here who could be indigo or who could be normal. Allow your children, if they are indigo, to speak. You will notice that they have great insights into things. They can actually help you to solve a problem because they have a unique way of thinking or solving problems. So that's very interesting, about these kids. And discussion, they like discussion. Also, they like to be right in the discussion. So that's another thing that indigos have. कि अगर discussion या debate हो रहा है, तो eventually they want to have the last word. If they don't have the last word, they feel a little, dejected and a little bit rejected. So that can happen to them. They have a heightened sense of awareness and creativity. They're very, very creative. And most of them don't like set hours of work, especially the latter ones that came in, okay? So they like to sleep at their time. They like to eat at their time. So timelessness, that's definitely present in the last two generations that came in, okay? Initial generations were still time bound, but the latter two groups that came in, they kind of don't value time that much. And so coming late is not a big deal for them. So that becomes a problem for the others. As you know, the last two that came in, they were um, they were more into psychedelic uses, so substance abuse was quite common with most of them. Okay, their sleep patterns, eating habits are all erratic, but that's the way they function. They function like that because they have a high of their high frequency that is there. So it becomes difficult for them to come to a low frequency and work. So they may put in 2 hours of work, whereas a normal person would need to put in 8 hours of work. So that's how quickly their mind functions. Okay, for that they need to be guided well. Then of course there won't be a problem. So do not mistake indigo children as ADHD or ADD. That's a completely different group of children. Okay, a lot of um, spiritual people think of ADD and ADHD as having great spiritual, uh, you know, energy. That's untrue, by the way. Okay, according to Nancy N, it's untrue. That's not the way you must look at a child who's an indigo child. So, got a general idea about how they function. Now let's
Ma'am,
look
I
at
have a
how to live with them, first of all. Okay, how to live with an indigo crystal or a rainbow child. First, you have to be empathetic. You will have to be empathetic. That's important. You have to share their enthusiasm. You may not like whatever they're like that, their music or their art or something like that, right? But you need to share that enthusiasm with them. Wow, tell me more about it. Ah, really? Wow, and then they come up with things for them, yeah. So you need to share their enthusiasm, right? Because if you don't share their enthusiasm, that open communication will not take place with them. Mistakes. Indigos make a lot of mistakes, lot of errors. They're sometimes very clumsy also because half the time they're in their own world. Okay? You have to be gentle with them. It's okay. You made a mistake. That's fine. We can make mistakes. Mistake is nothing but a feedback. Failure is only a feedback. You'll have to allow them to make errors or make mistakes and then not reprimand them in a very strict, rude, insulting manner because they take it to heart. They're very sensitive children. They take it to heart. People, I mean, we are all grown up, so they take it to heart. So don't do that, yeah? And even a small victory, छोटी सी, participate in it. Wow, fantastic. Ice cream khilao, buy a gift for them, or just give them a big bear hug, or just tell them, okay, this weekend we're going to the beach, or something, in their victories, participate. Indigo children, if they are performing on stage and the parent doesn't go and watch, or doesn't applaud, or doesn't say, wow, fantastic, though the child may have not done great work, whatever the child has done, the applause needs to be there. But indigos are so sensitive, don't overdo it. I've heard many indigos, they'll tell their parents, Mama, itna bhi acha nahi tha, huh? So, they know where they stand. So don't overdo. Do as much as the child needs, okay? Indigos are so sensitive to relationship because they generally have a lot of relationship issues, okay? Especially if they get married, they will have relationship issues because they need to be heard, need to be loved, need to be approved is very, very strong. So they need to see consistency in the relationships around them. So if your child is an indigo child, the child needs to see consistency in their parents. That the parents may argue, fight, but they love each other. But they discuss things. But they always hold hands. Or they always sit and eat together. Something. So an indigo will only learn, like I said, by mentoring. So the indigo child, if the child is watching consistency in the home, such a child will be much, much better, would possibly have better relationships with peers and others. Don't shout at them. They're very sensitive to sound. Okay, most of them, like I said, they're telepathic by nature, right? So if you shout at them, the frequency gets disturbed. उनकी जो frequency, neural frequency, that gets very disturbed. Okay, electromagnetic frequency gets disturbed. So shouting at them would derail them. Because you know, when you shout, you also say many other things, right? Other words when you shout at children. It will derail them. Their whole day will go bad. Maybe a week will go bad. So this is very important for us to understand. Their ideas, like I already told you, they're idea creators. It's only because of the indigo generation that we have the kind of technological advancement that has taken place. Okay, so their ideas, usko support karo, and give them freedom. Just give them a little. Don't be nervous. Don't be distrustful. They don't like parents who are distrustful of them. So give them freedom. It's okay, you know. Maybe once or twice they may come late, or you know, they may not listen to you or something like that. But thoda sa freedom inko dena zaruri hai. Freedom to think differently, to wear different clothes, to you know, maybe go to different places, adventure trips, go on their own. It's very important for them. And trust their intuition. It's very important to trust their intuition. Most of them don't like social engagements. Indigos don't like to just go like दिवाली में हर सबके घर जाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. They will not like it at all. Okay, so these kind of social engagements are not for them. Once in a while, of course, they'll come along, but बहुत ज़्यादा अगर आप उनको social boundaries में कैद करेंगे, then they will rebel. So it's best not to do that. Okay, don't criticize their peers in front of them. उनके दोस्तों को उनके सामने criticize मत करो. अरे तेरा दोस्त तो ऐसा ही है, अरे वो तो ऐसा ही है, अरे वो तो तुझे ऐसा बोल रहा है. Don't do that, because for them peers matter a lot. Because they can't discuss much at home, so then किसके साथ discuss करेंगे? उनके 1, 2, 3, 5 दोस्त जो है उनके साथ discuss करेंगे ना. तो उनको अगर आप criticize करेंगे तो it won't help. So don't do that at all. Okay. Another interesting part with indigos is that marks are not important, but hobbies are important. Because that's where they grow, that's where they enjoy, that's where they learn the most. So don't emphasize too much on marks. Comparison to bilkul nahi karni chahiye. Comparison will kill indigos completely. Okay, so there's no need to talk about marks and stuff like that with the children. Hobbies को discuss करो. बेटा क्या करना है? अच्छा तुझे ये सीखना है, चलो सीखते हैं, चलो जाते हैं. Okay. So indigos and marks don't go together. Most indigos don't score great marks. They do well in school. They don't fail, but they are not toppers. Most indigos are not toppers because their minds are all over the place. Okay. Of course, some of them can be toppers also. There's nothing like, is it good or bad to be an indigo child? Okay, you're just an indigo child because your aura is different. The frequency with which you have entered the planet is different. That's it. Okay, so it's not. I mean, it's not that if you have black hair or blue eyes, it's good or bad. Okay, it's nothing like that. So you are an indigo crystal or a rainbow child. Now you've understood your qualities, right? And if your children is an indigo crystal or rainbow, you've understood their qualities. Now you have to strike a balance. Most important, you don't have to think that you don't belong here. Of course, you belong to this planet and you have come here with a certain purpose. The purpose of increasing spiritual knowledge or spiritual know-how or to teach people, right? So follow that path. That's what all you have to do. There are so many indigos who have made some immense contribution to the areas of development. And most of them have had difficulties also, right? But they've made a huge difference to the world. Oprah Winfrey, Robin Williams, Princess Diana, Martin Luther King. Mahatma Gandhi was also an indigo, of course, born much, much earlier. Like I said, the baseline had to be formed. So we've had some amazing indigo people who have come even prior to 58. But from 58, the aura started changing, getting stronger more and more. So the number of people that came in post 58 is much, much more. Okay. So these are just the basic qualities. As you can see, indigo children, 60s to 90s, rebellious, warrior in spirit. They despise the system. They like to create a new system. They love to isolate and start work, fond of addiction, stubborn, then the crystals, and then the rainbow. Okay? So slowly and steadily, post the 36, I mean, they, of course, the children who were born in the Omega lot will obviously awaken by 2026 to 2036. But the indigo color in the aura has now declined. Okay, so we no longer have that strong indigo color in most people's aura. So the New Age awakening actually began in the 1950s. We talk about the New Age and all that. The New Age awakening started from the 1950s. It will end in 2036. That's when the spiritual awakening will happen of the last generation that came in. And the kind of awakening that we're looking at by 2036, max by 2050, by 2050, because the indigos that will spiritually awaken by 2036 will obviously sustain their spiritual work. So we can look at 2050 as the period post which the world will definitely see a shift. This is the transition phase that we are going through. We are stabilizing. The planet is moving towards a stable phase, but we are all the stabilizing influencers. Okay, we are influencers to stabilize this frequency. There is going to be a lot of psychic activity now till 2050. A lot of psychic activity is going to be there, and medical science is going to include alternate medicine in a big way. We are all contributing to it in some way or the other, right? But there's still time for medical science to include alternate healing in a big way. Energy work will become a branch of medicine, maybe in the next 15 years, I would say, max 15 years. Energy work is going to become a huge branch of medical science because they cannot refute the kind of healing work that is taking place in the world today. But we have to be patient. We have to just understand, what do you mean by New Age? What do you mean by indigos? What do you mean by spiritual awakening? Who are these people who are spiritually awakening this planet? They're all the indigos, the crystals, the rainbows. These are the people who've entered to do this work. So I'm sure all of you have understood a lot about spiritual awakening and the New Age and all that people talk about. I hope you've got a good idea about it. Any questions you all have, you all can ask me.
Ma'am, what is the percentage of these people to other set of people?
Well, Nancy did not speak about the percentage, but I think the general percentage, I would say, is about 40%. I mean, what I have noticed people, right? 40% of people would fall under this category. They are unique in their own way. So They're different. I would say 40% of people. I think our Thinking Thursday is one such group where a lot of our indigos are definitely here and gravitating
Ma'am,
here to it. Yeah.
ma'am, you've pointed out a lot of characteristics of indigo. But like, what is the solution like to, because it's very exhausting sometimes, and I'm sure for the other person also.
Yeah, ma'am, I had the same question. How do you advise them to live when they are born to normal people and, all around them are very, very like, not so crazy like us. So, how do you advise us to
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
It's a
bad,
struggle.
not
It's
too
a
bad
real
and not
struggle.
too
It's a
exhaustive.
struggle.
It's
Yeah.
a struggle.
Yeah, and if he's struggling,
Yeah,
step of-
Soumya, my dear, Garima, Soumya, all of you, the important thing to understand is if I am imbalanced, let's say, to balance myself, I will need a stick, right? Or a crutch, or I will need a support. So, most of the indigos are a little imbalanced, um, physiologically, psychologically, they're lost. They need somebody with them who is strong. Support. If you get married or if you get involved with a person who's an indigo, to have a stable marriage would be difficult. Or a stable relationship would be difficult. You would be lost. Two lost people. You think something good can come out of two lost people being together? No, na? So that is why, Soumya, Garima, you naturally get attracted to somebody who's not like you. First, yeah? Then, when you get attracted to somebody who's not like you, but who's more stabler, who's more, kind of fixed in his ideas, right? Then you have a problem because the fixed person is not going to understand you. But you will have to understand that this why you got married to a fixed person. Why you got married to somebody who was not like you. Because you need to balance yourself. Otherwise, imagine what will happen. Huh? He is also singing and you are also singing. Huh? Both of you are singing, Shrija, that's why I'm saying this. So, two people are singing ghazals, okay? और कुकर की सीटी बजती रही और खाना जल गया. Huh? This will happen when two indigos are together. So the key to understand is that I need a crutch. Am I going to use a crutch? No, I need a human being with me because I need empathy, I need sensitivity, I need communication, I need somebody to hold me. I need many, many things, right? वो कौन देगा मुझे? That is why you get married to somebody who's not an indigo. Right? So a lot of indigos get married to people who are not an indigo. Now, if you get married to an indigo, suppose, then there's going to be lot of vessels clattering because you have an idea, that person also has an idea, and then both your ideas may not match because you think differently, that person also thinks differently. So this can also happen. So that is why it's important to understand. It's not about how others will manage you, Garima, Soumya. It's about how you will manage yourself with others. And you have to understand why you got that person in your life. उसको बदलने की कोशिश मत करो, तब वो तुम्हें नहीं बदलेगा. Problem with indigos is they want to change everybody. They want to change the world because they are social changers. We should do this, we should do that, we should do that. That person says, I don't want to do it, man. You want to do it, to go ahead and do it. Then the indigo feels, see, this person is not even kind of participating in what I want to do. अरे उसको नहीं करना है, उसको जरूरत नहीं है उस चीज की, तुम्हें जरूरत है. You need it, so you better do it. Correct? So it's not about you wanting the other person to change. It's about the fact that two people need to exist together. You must know why you have that person in your life. That's all, nothing else. And I'm not saying it's easy, it is tough. But you will have to understand that if you don't have that person, what will happen to you? Tell me that first. That you have to think. Kya hoga? Indigos are very bad with money. इंडिगोज को पैसों की समझ नहीं है. जितना वॉलेट में है, they'll go and spend it. And they always like the best things. सबसे अच्छी चीज, अच्छी माने नॉट एक्सपेंसिव, बट सबसे अच्छी चीज उनको पसंद आती, जो शायद एक्सपेंसिव हो भी सकती है, राइट? And then they buy it. And indigos are big hoarders. They buy a lot of things, they will not even use 50% of it. नहीं, मुझे अच्छा लगा तो मैंने ले लिया, but अच्छा लगा ले लिया, it is lying in the cupboard. What are you doing now with it? The cupboard gets stocked and filled up. Okay, so indigos don't have that sense. They don't understand investment. Indigo को पैसों की समझ नहीं है, investment की समझ नहीं है. You will earn money because you trust ना कि पैसा तो आएगा, next month काम तो आएगा, तो आने दो. फिर when you are, because indigos when they're 60, 70, that age bracket, 80, if they did not have a person with them who was financially, well versed, you're in trouble, big trouble. So please understand, okay, that the whole thing is, oh, I'm very spiritual, अरे spiritual हो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि तुझे खाना पीना नहीं चाहिए ना, खाना चाहिए, पीना चाहिए, सोना चाहिए, अच्छा घर चाहिए, गाड़ी चाहिए ना, तो वो सब कहाँ से आएगा, right? So don't get into the spiritual, what should I say? Don't become megalomaniac about spirituality. Yeah, I belong to the alpha generation, so that's why I can say this to you. You need to be grounded. Because I know so many of my wonderful students are here, all born much, much later. So I know all of them very well. Okay?
Yeah.
So the key to understand is stay grounded. Yeah, Garima.
Yeah. Ma'am, so can we safely say this, that the indigo children definitely have high expectations of others, whether we agree to it or not, but it's there in us, right? That we are expecting to be understood, we are expecting to be acknowledged.
Yes, there's a high need for that.
Yeah.
Because I am different, so I want to be acknowledged that I am different, but I am good, I am accepted, I am loved.
Correct, yeah.
So that's the biggest need that the children have, no? So that is why adults, you have to understand that. कि ये तुम्हारी need है. It's your need, yeah? So there's no need to insult the other person. You don't understand. He cannot understand you. Only an indigo can understand an indigo. A normal person cannot understand an indigo. अगर हम expect भी कर रहे हैं, तो वो नहीं समझ पाएंगे आपको. They cannot understand because they can't think like us, because we come from a different frequency. हमारा frequency different है, so it's very difficult for people to think. That is why I say an indigo has to find their own path. They have to gravitate towards a path. Some path they will have to find and then stick to it, because indigos have a habit of going here and there. थोड़ा ये कर लिया, वो कर लिया, ये करिए, वो कर. So don't do that. If you're an indigo, just stick to one. Become a master in one, not jack of all. Learn everything, okay? But take one as your, like a pole, like a plant that grows around a pole, like a creeper. You have that एक pole रखो, then you creep around it, but keep one solid, stable pole. That's very important for an indigo to do. Otherwise, they get lost, very, very lost. So it's a very tough frequency that we are born with. It's not an easy frequency. It's a very, very tough frequency. And we have to be guided correctly. Mentorship is very important for an indigo. They must find the right mentor and not get lost. Otherwise, they'll be all over the place. All right? So that's very, very important to do.
Ma'am, one more question.
I can relate.
So it's, sorry. It's not
It's okay.
necessary that all the indigo children will, during that age period will also realize it. I mean, they may have some experiences but
Yeah.
not necessarily that they will realize that, okay, you know, I am different, or this is something that's happening to me, because it depends on your environment also, right? Like,
Correct. So
say if
most,
I want to say I don't have
uh,
I don't think I have a family which is, you know, where anybody else is like that. So I have been a loner since childhood.
yeah,
And sometimes obviously it was like, you know, तुम अपने ही world में रहते हो, अपना ही करते हो, you know. So but then sometimes what happens is, in that environment, even if you're feeling something, you'll just keep quiet about it, you will not share it with anybody.
correct.
And so maybe
Correct.
you're not realizing it, that okay, there is some, this is okay, as in, like, you know, you don't come into that acceptance कि अगर मुझे कुछ ऐसा feel होता है तो that's okay.
Correct. That's what I said. Na? It's tough because if you don't have an indigo parent or an aunt or an uncle, somebody, okay, who identifies or understands you, it becomes tough when you're growing up. I agree. It's very tough. It's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, the comparison with siblings is like
Correct.
very difficult to manage then.
Correct. It is difficult. No, it is. I'm not saying it's very difficult because we have all come here for social change. We've come for spiritual growth. So spiritual growth, everybody wants to grow spiritually, but our focus is different and others' focus is different. So it becomes very difficult. Yeah, Soumya, I know you resonate with Garima. Yeah. So, but what I want to say is find the right peers, find the right mentors, and, you know, belong to groups which will support your thinking, your hobbies, your skills, your abilities, you know, encourage you. Yeah. So what happens is that your need for encouragement from others, many your family members or whoever, who do not understand, you will reduce, and you will continue getting approval from your group members. So this way you will have a soul tribe that gets formed, and you start feeling connected with at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the world. And then you will start growing. Then the growth starts taking place faster. I think many of you all can identify with that.
Ma'am, this group itself is a boon for all of us.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. True.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
No, I said
ma'am.
many people here can identify with the fact that when they found their calling, yeah, everything changed for them. You know, moment they found their calling, things started changing. Actually, it got better. It got better. They became more confident. They felt that, okay, this is the path I want to take. You know, so it's just finding. It's just to set your groove. You know, set yourself in the right groove. Then your chakka will start moving. That's all you have to do.
I
Indigos have to
totally
do
agree.
that. Okay.
So
Yes.
true, ma'am.
So what chatting is happening?
Ma'am, I asked my sister and others to do who are very logic minded, and they all got you are a normal person. So I thought so it clearly says that this group definitely is different, and the rest of the world definitely is somewhere
No.
else.
The key to understand is that there is something called normal. That's what we have to understand. That there is something called normal, and there is something that is different. ये आपको समझ में आ गया है आज कि हम जो कहते हैं ना कि नॉर्मल, हम नॉर्मल नहीं है, ये भी आपको समझ में आ गया आज कि we are not normal. So to expect the normal to understand us is difficult, and for us to understand them is difficult. So we have a different normal, you know. So I think
बचपन से सुनती आ रही हूँ मैं अपनी फैमिली में कि अलग ही है, मतलब बिल्कुल अलग ही है, अलग ही रहती है, अलग ही दुनिया में, बचपन से ही सुनती आ रही हूँ. आज मुझे समझ में आया कि मैं अलग हूँ.
Welcome to this group where everybody is definitely different.
ऑफिस में भी और जैसे फ्रेंड्स के घर में भी जाते थे ना, अलग सी ही सोच है, अलग से कुछ करती है, अलग सी आदतें थी मेरी. आज समझ में आएगी अलग है ये पागल नहीं है.
कितने साल लग गए देखो तुम्हें समझने के लिए कि तू भी नॉर्मल ही है, बट उनके जैसी नॉर्मल नहीं है और कुछ नहीं. So the key to understand is that we have our own normal. हमारा अपना एक नॉर्मल स्पेस है जहाँ पे हम अपने आप को एकदम नॉर्मल मानते हैं, you know. So I think that's the wonderful part. So yeah, so everybody, I
Ma'am,
think,
that's a great
understood.
insight. That's a great insight after such a long time, ma'am. I'm going to be 69 now. And it's a great insight because now I am able to resonate with whatever you are saying. Though I was born in 1952, that was
Yeah,
ages
but
back.
yeah, but 50s, yeah.
I was introduced to so many things, ma'am. At times I feel I didn't exploit that. Exploit means not that key. I didn't take advantage of that knowledge, how things came in my life.
Yeah, but actually, Uma, you were born in 52, but your spiritual awakening came when you were possibly 25, 30, that many years later. You may be born in 52, but the awakening comes much later. It doesn't come at that time. Generally,
was there
18 years ke
around-
baad, yeah, it would have been.
Hanji,
It would have been
18 to 20,
Yeah.
I became very spiritual that time.
Correct. So I think that's why I showed you that list, of people who were born early, 39, 35, 40s, but their awakening happened at the age of 18 to 26. That's when the awakening happens for most of the indigos. So that's for us to understand that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Rinku, thank you. Yeah, Varsha ji, you must be having a lot of the indigo signs. Yeah, correct.
Almost 95%.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So now we know that we are wonderful creatures and we have an aura which is very different, but we have to utilize this frequency. We don't have to get lost in the frequency. We have to utilize this frequency and not kind of pollute it. We don't need to adjust or become like X, Y, or Z. Yeah, we are different and we continue to stay like that, and we develop abilities which are supporting our frequency. So I think we all are doing that. This group is definitely doing it. So yeah. So I'm glad everybody's kind of found themselves today.
So, ma'am,
Oh,
instead
ma'am,
of
so true.
matching horoscope, I would ask my potential partner to fill this form, to fill this, to do this questionnaire. How about that? No,
Why not?
No?
Why not?
Yeah, I'm serious, no?
Yeah, Harika, कर सकती हो, उसमें क्या है? A different way of finding a partner.
Yeah.
पता तो चले कि भाई वो इंडिगो है तो then maybe the kind of topics that you all will have will be more easier to discuss.
Yeah. And I definitely need a normal person to handle me and take my tantrums.
See? There, Niharika has hit it right. Okay, I need a normal person to take my tantrums.
Yeah.
Lovely. Very nice. So great. So I think the session was quite interesting. The topic was only so interesting.
Ma'am, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It just makes sense, literally just makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I can understand myself better.
Yeah. And I
So
think
we are not
everything begins with understanding yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was so keen to attend this.
I felt peaceful about is that I'm not alone in feeling this way.
I was just going to say that. I said I'm not the only weirdo out here.
Me, I'm not anybody giving me especially a weird look ना कि हाँ हमें सब समझ में आ रहा है. In my family, people do that. हाँ मतलब they try to pretend they are understanding, especially my husband. I am understanding Ruchi everything. I am understanding, but he's not understanding anything. आप समझ में आ रहा है मुझे.
Actually, doesn't matter if they don't understand. Yeah, they just
But
supporting
they
you
play
काफी
well.
है.
हाँ,
So
support पूरा है.
बस तो फिर क्या और तुझे what else do you want?
वो तो simple rule है. What you're saying is right. Do it. Go ahead.
See, such a wonderful man. Such a wonderful man. Karthik.
Yeah, ma'am.
Karthik was
Ma'am,
saying
even
something.
as a kid, I'm I started facing difficulties like this. Nobody understands me, and I'm like different from all the kids. Like my peer groups, they think I'm abnormal because I'm not like them. So yeah, I can relate to all the points that you mentioned.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get a thick head because you're an indigo. Because you will have to adjust your head so that it fits with the normal world around us. Otherwise,
Yeah.
हमें एक जगह लेनी पड़ेगी. Like we'll have to buy a island, and all of us will have to move to the island and stay there.
Island
काश
like
काश ऐसा होता.
मार्स पे जाना
हम
पड़ेगा.
ऋषिकेश में जगह ले लेते हैं माँ, ऋषिकेश में जगह ले लेते हैं हम।
वो बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है. वो बहुत अच्छा
हाँ
आइडिया
माँ,
है.
कब से मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है।
ले लो, मेरे को भी लेना है।
We should all take a place and then we should build our little houses there and live together.
No ma, every room we will pay for every room and you will handle the whole ashram. And
handle ashram. I just told you कि financial investment indigos नहीं कर सकते.
नहीं मैम, सर है ना, सर will see na, sir how can sir will be there without you.
That is right. Sir is normal, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. And my husband will come
My
in.
daughter and I are indigos. We are basically crystals, but yeah, we are indigos. But my husband is born 58. I have not yet given him the form. मैं देने वाली हूँ form उनको find out करने के लिए कि is he really indigo or normal. But अगर 3 indigos है तो बाप रे बाप, too much. But I think he should be normal. अब पता लगाती हूँ मैं.
No, the way you describe Nama is normal, like my husband.
अच्छा है ना अंजलि, हमारे लिए अंजलि.
मैम यही टेस्ट से पता लग जाएगा सबका.
पता लगाएगा. Start getting the test.
ठीक, आपके हस्बैंड को मैनेजमेंट के लिए ले आओ और हम सब चर्चा करेंगे.
Good, very good. चलो.
मैम
So
फाइनेंशियल वाला तो बिल्कुल रियल है, because I am a spendthrift. I like to buy the best things, around.
Correct. मुझे याद है when I started working, I was earning 900 rupees a month. है ना, unimaginable कि कोई 900 रुपए महीने का कमा सकता है. I was earning 900 rupees a month, and so I like to buy certain kind of clothes, right? So मैं 3 महीने में एक बार वही खरीदती थी जो मुझे पसंद है. My husband would say कि buy something, like no, I want that particular thing from that particular shop. और मैं 2 महीने 3 महीने बाद खरीदूंगी, पर मैं वही खरीदूंगी. तो तुम भी कमा लो. So even with 900 rupees, I know I would buy exactly what I wanted. Never compromise.
And ma'am, I earned 700 rupees per month initially.
तू मेरे से थोड़ी काम before काम किया तूने.
हाँ जी. So he said कि इसको बैंक में रख देना, straight away you take it and check and put it in bank. I said then I'm not going to work only in case I have to put it in bank. There's no point.
I know, but that's true. Indigos will eat and buy whatever they want. They may have to compromise a little later. They'll buy it, but खरीदेंगे वही जो उनको पसंद है, वरना नहीं खरीदेंगे. Same here, Shruti is saying. Yeah.
Ma'am, that's true. I remember I was told when I was very young and I started working, I was told start saving. And it took me 10 years to understand that I must start saving something.
I know.
That was something, huh? I still can't say that I can save. Yeah, it's something only.
Yeah, it's very common, I think, for all indigos. Some of the men need to speak. Now, Rahul, what do you think? What are you? We are a women-oriented group, but men hai hamare paas. Rahul, what are you?
Yeah. So it was mostly it was saying that most probably indigo.
The indigo hai. So some of the signs you have.
Oh yes. Ma'am, I think most signs are actually quite fitting in.
Great, chalo. So we meet again next week, and who's there next week? I think we have a nice speaker next week also.
Didi ji, Raseshwari
Didi ji is coming. Lovely. Yeah. Very nice, wonderful. So good. So we should have such a huge gathering, okay, for next Thursday also.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? We are 99 people today.
Sure, ma'am.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we should have 99.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Agree.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.